Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. Feeling extremely emotional, feeling extremely happy and delighted that the hard work that you put in through the year actually bears fruit at the end with the examination. So many of the questions, my students telling me, I had discussed in my YouTube videos, which I had done 3 years ago. All the John Browns and the story of an hour, मुझे खुद याद नहीं था what all I had explained in those videos. Uh, the notes that I had provided, so much of it coming directly from the notes. A couple of students said it looked as though the paper was set out here on SWS. So feeling extremely gratified, grateful, thankful for all the love and affection and support. So let's get started with the answer key. Okay, so this is the English second paper, literature paper of ISC class 12 2024. The MCQs first. The first MCQ, I will go through it, the answers fast. I mean, we don't have to kind of read out everything. First one is A. The second answer is he assists Prospero in presenting the vanity of his heart, that is the mass scene. Then the third one is also B, the act of killing Prospero. Then the fourth one is A, with the audience clapping their hands. The fifth one from the story of an R is fifth C, only 1 and 2. That is this and 1 and 3. Sorry. Fifth C. Sixth, the dogs had torn him apart. Sixth B. Seventh, from quality, it's A. Seventh question, answer A, option A. Eighth question from Burgess, eighth option B, nostalgia. What is the central idea of the poem John Brown? The ninth question, the correct option is C, the illusion that war is glorious. The 10th one, the last one from the Darkling Thrush. What is the phrase the century's corpse outlined in the poem The Darkling Thrush, a metaphor for? The correct option is the passing of time and the end of an era. Let's now look at the reasoning questions. I'll read it out because there isn't much space for me to write it out here. In Act 5, Scene 1 of the play, the Tempest, Ariel reminds Prospero that it was the 6th hour because it was time when their work should cease. This is what Ariel says, and they had to deal with Alonso and his party at that point in time. Okay. The second one, at the end of the mass, Ferdinand feels that Prospero's behavior is unusual because he abruptly halts the festivities, okay, and looks touched with anger and distempered. Touched with anger, again, quoting directly from the from what Ferdinand says. In Act 3, Scene 2 of the play Tempest, upon hearing the music of Ariel, Stefano says the island will prove to be a brave kingdom to him about, because he envisions, he imagines himself to be like the ruler who can enjoy absolute power and freedom away from the constraints of civilization and listen to music. The fourth one, in Act 5, Scene 1 of the play, Bosun does not remember how he arrived at Prospero's cell because he was enchanted by music and led there by Ariel, the tricksy spirit. About Wordsworth, the correct answer is, I will not want to read out the entire thing, because in the modern world of brick and concrete, nobody buys the poems from the poet and it is undervalued as they never respect art. Sixth one, which is the story of an hour, because Josephine was her sister, and being a heart patient, she was only the right person. She was the only right person to break to her the news in broken sentences. The seventh one, about Fritz, because the person from whom the uncle had brought the doll had told him that his name is Fritz and he only responds to that name. Eighth one, from John Brown, he drops his medals into his mother's hands because it was his mother who had glorified war and instructed him to win, and had instructed him to win lot of medals. If you use these kind of quotes, it will look that much better. To win lot of medals, which they could put up on the wall when he would come home. In the poem, The Darkling Thrush, the poet uses the words evensong and carolings because evensong refers to the evening prayers in the church and the carolings refer to the Christmas carolings and the hope that the thrush knew of refers to Jesus Christ and his resurrection. The last one is from birches. The poet observes that the birches are bent because some boy has been swinging them, which is a fanciful explanation, as he admits the grim reality that the swinging does not bend them down to stay as the ice storms do. So if you have explained everything in one sentence, you can be absolutely sure that you will get that 1 mark. Quickly, let's look at the long answers. Alonso and Ferdinand, all that grief about Alonso losing Ferdinand, easy to describe it in 150 words. I hope you have done a good job of it. You just need to talk about how Prospero looks at Caliban, at Miranda, Ferdinand, and Caliban. So just short one, 50 words each is what you need to talk about. So it had to be very, very concise, giving just 1 point on how they perceive Miranda. It is a little much for in 150 words, but anyway. Despite being a half monster and half human, Caliban comes across as superior. In fact, yesterday I had given an answer on Caliban from where you could have used elements for a question like this. And the last one option is one that of music. You could have used music, which is an integral part of the play, what Ariel does in order to enchant Stefano and Trinculo, or later on to kind of take care of Alonso. All that could have come in the poem. So I hope you have done this. As I said, my students extremely happy because all that we had put on YouTube, the free videos on YouTube coming in very handy, because much of the material they tell me was there right there in all the videos. And that makes me feel extremely delighted, because acha lagta hai when some effort that you have put in, ease of use to student community at large. I mean, given the fact that there won't be any courses on the app from next year, this makes me very happy that, this year, 2024, we have managed to do something as good as the previous year. So thank you very much for all the love, affection, and support. And I hope that you would continue to do the exams as well as you have done today in the next exams, be it of science stream or commerce stream or the humanities stream. All the best to you. Thank you very much. God bless you.